welcome to day 3 of the Kwanzaa Reflectathon. Let me just tell you, it has been a very horizontal day. I am in complete rest mode, so it will be another voiceover. Today's videos are going to be hosted by Joe the Great. Hers is going to be uploaded tomorrow, and the video that was uploaded today was created by the BookCave, Yvette, and Priscilla from Bookie Charm. And I think that you should check out that video. It's really great. I think Ujima is a really important Kwanzaa principle. It's actually my favorite Kwanzaa principle because collective work and responsibility are extremely important principles, especially for people who are part of communities that experience marginalization. Collective work and responsibility is the act of reminding ourselves that, yes, we have our own issues and challenges on an individual level, but they are connected to larger systemic issues, and that our systemic issues are connected to each other. So, for example, if we look at the issue of representation, which is a topic that we talk a lot about on BookTube, it's connected to racism, sexism, homophobia, patriarchy, sizeism, capitalism, a number of oppressions that we experience and that land on us in different ways. So if we're only looking at our own issues in isolation, then I don't think we're actually going to get to the solutions that we are actually saying that we want to achieve. There are a number of individuals and initiatives that I want to shout out, hopefully very quickly, because they represent to me examples of collective work and responsibility. The first is a collaboration between Adrienne Marie Brown and Walida Imarisha, who are the editors of Octavia's Brood, which was a social justice speculative fiction anthology that I absolutely loved. You should check them out. Adrienne Marie Brown is also the author of Emergent Strategy, which is a nonfiction book that's about collective work and community building, and that book is inspired by the writing of Octavia E. Butler. And this year I had the opportunity to go to the Emergent Strategy immersion, which was absolutely mind-blowing. So you should really check out her work, her individual writing, her writing that she does in collaboration with other people. She's coming through in February with a book called Pleasure Activism, which I'm totally looking forward to. And she also has a podcast called How to Survive the End of the World, which is a collaboration between her and her sister, Autumn Brown, who herself is a writer of speculative fiction, and I commend their podcast to you. Also, there's Solarius, which is a collaborative science fiction storytelling project that's focused on a near-future mythology and powered by blockchain technology. So you should check that out if you're interested in real-time collaborative story making. There's also Alexis Pauline Gums, who is phenomenal. She has a lot of different initiatives, but the one that I want to talk about is Mobile Homecoming, and I'll add a link here to a video that she did on celebrating Kwanzaa as a Black queer feminist, which I really appreciate. One of the things that I love about her work is that it mixes spirituality, magic, intellect, as well as, collaborative, on the ground ritual work, political work, and activism. So you should check out her work as well. It's definitely not centered in the self. She is such a warm and she's a natural connector, and I really appreciate her work. Mari from My Name is Marines and Sam from Thoughts on Tomes collaborated to form BookNet Fest, which is it's a convention of booktubers in its second year, and that is an example of collective work and responsibility as well, because both of them have their individual channels, and they could have just focused on their own work and their own channels and their own reviews, but they decided to pool resources and create a space for all of us to connect. And BookNet Fest is very thoughtful in who the panelists are, what kind of topics are created and discussed, and what kind of spaces are created for us to connect as booktubers and to really problem solve around some of the challenging issues that we experience in our community. Dee from Brown Girl Reading is the creator of the Read So Lit hashtag, the Read So Lit, the Black History Month photo challenge, and the Black History Month video compilation on BookTube. She has been on BookTube for a very long time. She is a great woman, a wonderful reader, a great collaborator, and very community minded in her BookTube work. She lives in France, and I had the opportunity to meet her in person and to have hugs and have great food with her in Paris this year. And I know that the booktuber from the Storyscape, her name starts with a D, visited her as well in France. And I have to say, when you live in another country where there aren't a lot of booktubers, and people, when they travel to your country, they want to meet you and hug you and sit down with you, that's how you know that you are an influencer, a collaborator, and a collectively minded individual. So as I mentioned, the two videos for today are going to be hosted by Joe the Great. I chose Joe the Great because it was her video called The Truth About BookTube that I watched when I first started my channel that really helped me have a grounded, down-to-earth understanding of the different aspects, the not so great aspects of the BookTube community. And I found that a really helpful way to enter into the community and to figure out how I wanted Onyx pages to be situated among the thousands of booktubers that there are on YouTube. I also chose the pair of Bookie Charm, who's Priscilla, and BookCave, who is Yvette, who are sisters, to collaborate on their video because I really like both of them. I think that they are super smart. Their book reviews are thoughtful and meaningful to me. I love that they take intersectional approaches to the ways that they review books. I find that really inspiring. And they are two of the four hosts of the Latinx-a-thon, which took place between September 15th and October 15th, which is a readathon that focused on the contributions and heritage of Hispanic Latinx Americans. And if you look at the different prompts, reading books featuring Indigenous or Afro-Latinx main characters, featuring queer Latinx main characters or written by a queer Latinx author, works that were translated or featuring more than one language, like they really, and even if you look at the video that they uploaded for Ujima, Collective Work and Responsibility, you can see how internalized this whole intersectional approach is in the way that they think and the way that they engage in relationship with each other. So if you have not subscribed to their channel, I would commend their channels to you. So definitely go ahead and subscribe. You will be exposed to different content, rich content, and also you'll be exposed to them, which is a gift in and of itself. I also want to encourage you to take a look at Bookaboo 92's videos. She is taking it upon herself to upload a video for every day of the Kwanzaa Reflectathon. Now, we have just met as booktubers, and she's really great. So I would encourage you to go take a look at her videos, join her booktube community, and give her channel a lot of love. All right, that's all I've got for you right now. Tomorrow, the principal is going to be cooperative economics, and we will be seeing videos from Rachel Ray, from Charles of Sir Booksage, and also the Ujima video from Joe the Great. Thanks a lot for participating in the Kwanzaa Reflectathon, and we will see you tomorrow. Bye for now.